Tom, tell me what got you interested in doing straight vegetable oil conversion?
Well, Charlie, I had started out, like many people, with the biodiesel. I was going to buy the water tank and do my ethanol mixture and so on. It seemed like an awful lot too much work for me. And my whole interest is being self-sufficient. So burning waste vegetable oil, eliminate all those steps, and seemed like the best way for me to go.
Now, we've got the RV in the background here. How much traveling do you do in your RV?
I intend to do a lot more than I have been, but 20,000 a year, 20,000 miles a year is not unrealistic.
So you're definitely going to pay for this in less than a year.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and demonstrate some of the features on your truck. Hello, I'm Charles Anderson, President of Golden Fuel Systems, and I'm very excited today to demonstrate some of the new features of our new Trekker tanks, the 40 and the 60-gallon models. These tanks really represent about 8 years of experience and research and development all rolled into one. If Tom's traveling or we're traveling, we'll take our hose here. With our pump, we've got our suction screen on there, and if we find some good oil at a restaurant or somewhere along the way, talk to the owners, and if they give you permission, we drop this hose overboard into the vat of oil, and we take the other hose and we fill directly into here or into here into our what we'll call our unfiltered tank. As it goes into this unfiltered tank, we haven't filtered out any of the particulates or anything like that, so it's not ready to go into our use tank yet. But what happens is we start to drive, and as we drive, that hot engine coolant is running through here, and let's say we gathered this oil at 40 degrees. It wasn't in a state or warm enough to really filter yet, but as we drive, that heat exchanger is going to be doing its work. It's going to be heating up that oil and getting it ready to filter. Then from the cab, we have a switch that we're going to flip on there. That switch is going to activate this pump right here, and it's going to pull oil out of our dirty tank. It's going to run it through this filter, and it's going to deposit it into this tank over here. And then we know that the oil that we're running on in this tank has already gone through a 2-micron Racor Aquablock element, and we can be sure that we've got some great oil in there and that we don't have to worry about if our onboard filter that's running for the engine is going to clog up. The benefits of this obviously are when you're traveling on the road and it's too cold to filter with a one-shot or filter directly into your tank, you have the option here of gathering the oil and letting the engine warm it up, and then instead of waiting at the site to filter it, you can filter it while you're going down the road simply by flipping a switch on your dash. As you'll notice, both of these tanks have sending units so that you can tell the level of each tank. This top gauge here is the gauge that tells us what our dirty tank is, or our raw oil tank. This here shows us what the fuel level in our running tank is. As you can see, we've already filtered our oil and we've put the oil in our running tank. And this gauge here is our vacuum gauge. That's one of the most important tools you can have while running on SVO. That tells you the health of your filter. As the filter gets clogged up and it starts having more resistance to the oil going through it, this vacuum gauge here, which is installed in front of your pump so that the pump is sucking through the filter, that there will tell you how hard that pump is having to suck. 1 to 2 inches of vacuum is pretty great. By the time it reaches 5 or 6, you're starting to get a heads up that that filter is reaching the end of its life, and it'll give you a chance to change it before you're stuck on the side of the road with 15 inches of vacuum at 2 o'clock in the morning in the rain. So this is a great tool, much more beneficial than any other gauge you can have on your vegetable oil system. So on any given day, we would get in this vehicle, start it up on diesel. When our engine temperature reached normal operating temperature, we'd be good to go. Switch that over to vegetable oil. If we had a tank full of unfiltered oil, once things were hot and we'd been driving for a while, we can simply flip this switch and watch as our dirty tank goes down and our clean tank goes up. It just is a real time saver and allows you to gather and filter oil on the road without taking very much more time than you would if you stopped at a regular fueling station. The nice thing about this and these tanks being modular is that at any point in time, if you buy the base system first, you can add the second tank in an integrated one-shot at any time. I want to start off and point some things out. One of the keys to running on straight vegetable oil is to provide a continuous heated path for the fuel to the vegetable oil to flow so that it's unrestricted and doesn't starve out on your engine. One of the key components of that is the heat exchanger that's in your tank. It's welded aluminum. You'll notice that the fuel pickup, which is this one right here, is welded next to the hot coolant input. What that does is by proximity it heats this fuel pickup up almost immediately, so that when you start out and as soon as your engine is up to temperature, even if your whole tank is not melted yet in the winter time, at least the proximity around your fuel pickup will be, and you'll be able to start using the fuel as soon as the engine is up to temperature. This right here is the fuel sending unit that we use. We give a lifetime warranty on the heat exchanger and on the tank. That's something that I don't think you'll find anywhere else. The reason we do that, and if anybody's seen our tank drop videos, it's because we have confidence in the product and know that it's quality. These two ports here are obviously for your supply and return coolant from the engine compartment, and this here is a port that we use for different options. Some people in some configurations will want to run a return line to the vegetable oil tank. Here's the heat exchanger, and it obviously fits in this alcove right here. Here's the custom Buna gasket that we have made to make sure that we have a tight seal there. You'll notice all of the hatches and the access ports and the fill caps and the heat exchangers, they're all recessed. That's to provide a very smooth, clean cover here. These two tanks are actually modular side by side, but for some configurations in a box truck, these tanks actually have the ability to be stacked. This is high temperature resistant cross-link polyethylene. Is able to resist much higher temperatures and is a much more robust product. We have inserts molded into the tank at various positions all around. You'll see where the filters are mounted that they're spaced perfectly so that we can mount the filters in a variety of configurations. These screws here are all stainless steel. Right here we have a 8-inch access port, and if you want to look in here, you can actually see the heat exchanger in there. People might want to get in and see what's going on inside the tank, or if perhaps they get some bad oil in there or something, they might want to take some time to clean out the tank. Another feature that we have here is we've got some inserts molded here so that somebody could put a hasp on here and lock these caps if they so desired. If you don't want to open the big cap, we've just got a vented regular fuel fill cap, and there again it's recessed so that if anybody wants to build a case around this or at some point stack these, that's possible. These caps also are vented. Right here we have recesses with inserts in there so that you can take a tab and bolt these tanks together and really make them become one. Down at the bottom of the tank we have some more inserts with some angle brackets there to allow you to bolt down the tanks in different configurations. These two tanks here are 60-gallon tanks. We have the 40-gallon versions that are shorter. They have the same footprint as the 60 gallons, but they're just a little bit shorter and are actually right under the bed rail about an inch. So in that configuration, if you have a tonneau cover or some reason why you don't want this above the bed rail, you can have the 40-gallon model, which will take the same footprint but just be shorter. Just want to demonstrate the procedure for changing these filters. These filters here are internally heated, so there again, no matter what the temperature is outside, you can put the oil in here, and the oil can even be, if it's known good oil, it can even be really cold and unable to filter. Once it goes into this tank, all this equipment is going to take over and do this. This filter's heated and everything. So you spin that off, and as you can see, you simply take the old filter out. So we're really pleased to be able to introduce these tanks. Please check them out on our website, and if you have any questions, feel free to email us or give us a call. Thank you.